Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, I just came from testing the Freelander. Not testing, I'm checking the Freelander. Well, we'll see if the video comes out for it. Anyway, so I'm not going to be able to do a lot today, but hopefully I'll be able to do the start and show you what the problem is, etc, etc. And yeah, so the car, Ford Galaxy 2.0 or 2-liter diesel TDCI, 2008. This car came to me about a few months back with a really noisy turbo. The turbo was whistling like no tomorrow. Just even like this, just revving, just idling, the noise was really loud. Was a really loud whistling. So the guy asked me to check, to have a look. I said, look, that's the turbo. The turbo is bad. There's no two ways about it. Blah blah. He asked me if I could do the turbo, if I could change the turbo, the cartridge. I looked at where this turbo is. I said, look, I'm not going to do that here on the floor. If you want to bring the turbo, fine. So he took the car away, brought me the turbo, put a new cartridge, and he installed the cartridge, or the turbo, installed the cartridge. He brought me the turbo, I replaced the cartridge on it, he installed, gave me the turbo back, he installed the turbo. The whistling is gone, there's no noise. However, the car is still doing what I was doing before, which is what I'm going to show you. Obviously before, on top of the noise, was coming up with something that I'm going to show you in a second. We're just going to go for a drive. I think I'll be able to make that to come up very quickly. So we're going to go for a quick drive just to make that to come up, and then I'll show you exactly what it is. Okay, so I came to the same road where we tested the Freelander. And basically when I was about to start to record, to say that, or I was to stop halfway, but with someone behind me. Anyway, I was about to say that the car, it feels to me a little bit sluggish. I know this is a heavy car, a big car, SUV, whatever this is, MPV, whatever, but it feels a little bit sluggish, like the boost is just not there. And then if you go, like, if you rev it to about 2000 RPMs and you carry on going on a steady speed, you will come up with that. Okay, so my ESP light comes on, engine malfunction, that yellow eye inside that box at the top, and the car is now in limp mode. It doesn't really rev above 3000 RPMs. Now it's in limp mode basically, so that's what it does. And now I'm gonna go back home and I will show you exactly what is triggered on the engine ECU. Okay, and we are ready to give you a scan. Just worth maybe mention that cycle it or turn it off, turn it back on, the code goes away, or the light goes away, I would say, and the car returns to normal until you drive it again the same way and it triggers that limp mode again. So we're gonna give you a quick scan, guys. I don't have much time today. Light is on his way. We're gonna quick go to here. I will show you what the car, I know exactly what's in there already. So and what the car is complaining about is on. There we go. So is a P2263 73-64 and then a P2263, which is basically the same. So is a boost system performance. Okay. If you go up here, no. I think. Okay, so there's a little bit of things here for you guys to check if you want, but up here, which I think this is incorrect, but I might be wrong, actuator stack closed. Okay, so yeah, so this is the code. What I want to do, guys, is go and check the boost system or the air intake system from after the turbo all the way up to the intake. Make sure there is no leaks and all that good stuff. Do a little bit of inspection. And I want to go, obviously, it was not me that installed the turbo. I installed the cartridge. That was definitely not stuck. So I want to go underneath and just have a quick check and see why he's saying that. Just make sure they fitted the turbo okay and there's nothing, they haven't bent anything or whatever. I'm just going to go and do a quick check, and that's why I have the car ready on the ramps. But I think I will do that probably still today. I might try to do a start, but I don't think I will record anything today unless I find something really quick. Okay, can you hear that? Alright, let me see if I can put the phone here. I want you to hear what it looks to me like a vacuum leak. You hear that? I'm sure that came on camera. There is a vacuum leak or something along those lines here somewhere, which you're gonna have to investigate what it is. Okay, definitely the last two clips for today. One, I tested when I did the turbo on the bench, but just to make sure everything was connected up to the turbo, I put vacuum into the pipe. And I checked already, the lever moved where it should be. I actually had the car here running and went underneath to make sure it would go, the thing it would retract, which it did. Obviously you lose a little bit, which is kind of normal, so it's slowly dropping. But obviously remember, when the car is running you have constant vacuum being applied to it. Okay, so that looks okay to me, but I think I found the issue because, so you heard that noise. I really hope that noise came through. I haven't watched the clips yet, but so you heard that noise, that sort of vacuum leak, and I found one issue. So when I went to take this valve off, which is the solenoid for the turbo, so we have these two pipes. I don't know how I'm going to show you this. Right, so you do have, hold on, I'm going to try to show you this. Okay, so you have these two pipes here. Right there, I'm going to show you this. Hold on, I will show you this, don't worry. Right, so we have these two pipes here. Okay, so these two pipes here, so this one is the one that goes to the turbo. This one is the one that comes back this way to the reservoir, to the vacuum reservoir. And when I took it off, obviously the valve is facing that way. So when I took the pipes off, so the valve is like this. So when I took the pipes off, I took first this one at the front and then this one at the back. So the one that goes to the turbo, the one that goes to the turbo and the one that comes to the reservoir, and then the what you call the breed, whatever it's called, is here underneath this. So there's no, some cars they have the breed, so when the valve releases it has a hose that comes back into the intake. This one doesn't. But all I wanted to see is, and tell you again, is goes to the turbo and goes to the vacuum reservoir, and look at the labels on the valve. So the turbo should be on the one at the back and the vacuum should be at the front, and was exactly the opposite. Let's gonna give it a go, swap it around and see what happens. Okay guys, and I could just not resist in coming for a drive. Obviously guys, after that, before I do anything else into this, I would have to go and test, and obviously I just had to come for a drive. And oh guys, as soon as I start the car, the sound was different straight away from the turbo, and as soon as I reversed from my driveway, even in reverse you'd feel the difference straight away. And as soon as I start to drive, the boost is there. The car, I don't know if I mentioned at the start, if I didn't, I mentioned now, the car was a little bit sluggish. You'd have to accelerate a little bit to make it to go. And as I said, if you'd keep it around 2000 RPMs, just sort of cruising, it would come up with that warning. I've been driving now for about 20 minutes, all sort of speeds, all sort of driving style, cruising, driving like if I stole it, whatever. It's been driving fine, it's boosting okay. So I wish all the fixes were this easy. Obviously someone swapped those pipes at some point. I don't know when they were swapped over. As I said at the start when the car came to me, it was just the noisy turbo. The guy asked me if I could change the cartridge to it or the turbo, whatever, and at the time I said no, I can't do it, no on the floor. So he brought me the turbo and I already told the story. Anyway, so in the end, attention to detail, guys, is always so important. Attention to detail and visual inspection, really important. And obviously I paid attention when I took those hoses off to make sure they were connected correctly. So that's it for this video, guys. In the end, really simple, but who knows, will might help someone out there. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's some information here you guys can find useful. Hope you learned something, whatever. If you do still have any questions, any comments, please put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.